How do you know when it's time to give your child a trim? Should you trim children's hair? What age? What day? Let's talk about it. So Shiloh was 4 and I started trimming her hair about a year or 2 ago. Like most babies, the back of her hair fell out, so her hair was bald in the back and then she had hair in the front. So her hair was really uneven. The back was shorter than the front was longer. So I decided to start trimming her ends. Now let me preface this. I was a hairstylist for 20 years. So I used to do all kinds of hair. So a professional hairstylist, cosmetologist. A trim, well, in the black community is considered a 1/4 of an inch to an inch of hair. You can have all different types of things going on with the ends. You can have split ends, you can have beaded ends, you can have thinning, you can have your head ends that are just uneven. So in Shiloh's case, she has beaded ends. So that looks like little balls on the end of her hair. So when I brush her hair, it started getting tangled in the end. So this is how you know your child needs a trim, is when you brush or you comb their hair and it gets tangled right on the ends, or if you're blow drying and it gets tangled right on the ends, it's time to give your child a trim. And another thing for Shiloh, since her hair was shorter in the back and longer in the front, that just bothers me, I guess, just being a hairstylist. So I wanted her hair to grow out evenly. So I start in the back, trimming her ends because the back is a little shorter. And then once I get to the front, I'll bring the front back. I'll cut it a certain way so that it meets the back of the hair. So we know our hair goes through transition. So when you're a baby, you have baby hair. Then when you get a little bit older, you have just like children's hair. Then when you hit puberty, your hair goes through a transition. And once you get older, it goes through a transition again due to health, age, hormones, or if you had a baby, that can change your hair. Genetics, of course. So we go through many transitions in our hair. So right now she is going through the transition from baby hair to children's hair. So you can see I didn't cut all of it off, all of her baby hair off. I trimmed it enough so that her ends aren't beaded and so they don't begin to split and her hair begins to thin. I think something we wait to do is to treat our children's hair. We wait until their hair is messed up. I know my mother did. And of course, money and all that stuff is a factor as well, as plays a big part in getting your child's hair done and treated. But there are things that you can do at home, such as deep conditioning. You can buy a steamer. I steam Shiloh's hair every time after I wash her hair to give her a deep conditioner, and that helps put moisture back in her hair, and it also seals the ends of her hair so that she doesn't get split ends. So I'm gonna actually leave all these products in the description, link in the description box, so you can go and check them out in my storefront, the steamer and everything that I use. Also, not putting a lot of heat or tight hairstyles or styles that will have rubber bands at the end of the child hair that would give the child split ends, or using certain products that will dry your child's hair out that can cause breakage. Also, you really want to refrain from chemically treating your child's hair until they're about puberty and you and your professional stylist think it's time for them to get a relaxer. But it's so many other things you can do to help straighten out your child's hair. If you feel like your child's hair is too coarse to get through, pay somebody else to do it. So I don't recommend trimming your child's hair at home if you're not a professional stylist. Take them to the hair salon. Take them to the salon. They get their hair treated. Take them just to get a trim. A trim should be about $15 to $30 these days. I'm not sure. Some people don't do children, but they will do a trim because it's not washing their hair and all that stuff like that. So most people will do a trim on your child's hair. So don't start treating their hair when their hair is messed up or you begin to see breakage in their hair. Start early. I'm not talking about giving your child a haircut, because I could very much so cut it so all the baby hair is off so you don't see as the thinning on the ends, but I'm going to wait for her baby hair to grow out and just trim it off gradually. I also use a growth oil in Shiloh's hair as well to maintain the length, as I want her hair to grow long. I want it to grow healthy, so I also use a growth oil as well to maintain her hair. So you can see right here the difference in the ends. So before, she had those beaded ends on the hair, so those beaded ends are trimmed off. And of course, like I said, I could cut more off of her hair, but I'm not trying to cut all my baby's hair off. So we're just going to gradually do this. And you can as well, if you're an adult or if you have a child or whatever, you don't have to get it all cut off at once. So this is how much was cut at the end of the day, and you really can't tell because it was just a 1/4 of an inch. So if this helps you out, Like, share the video, subscribe to Shiloh's channel. I'm going to leave those links in the description box for you to check out some of those products. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok because that's where we're at most of the time. See you later.